Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Mudblood Cal here, and it's been a minute. Before I get into my predictions for next week, or I guess tomorrow's games, some housekeeping stuff first. I haven't had a video on my channel in about 5 months. It's been a very quick 5 months. I want to take a minute to focus on soccer, and I just was a bit burnt out. But soccer's over, and um, I guess we're back to YouTube. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to try a couple different things out on the channel soon. I can't promise I'll be back to daily uploads. I'm pretty busy with school at the moment, but it's semi-regular, probably at least 3 or 4 times a week. But, maybe I'll make it daily. We'll see. Um, Also, I have a cold at the moment, so that's why I sound like that. Let's go ahead and get into it. The Saints are taking on the Titans. And this is a game that I think if I looked at it 4 weeks or so ago, I would have been really excited about. But now I'm not. There's no Jameis Winston, of course, with the torn ACL, and no Derrick Henry. Obviously no Michael Thomas, as he's not playing at the moment. So it really takes out Jameis Winston and Derrick Henry. To me, that's two of the most interesting players in this. The two most interesting players in this matchup. Two most dynamic, at least. I'm not saying Jameis is better than Tannehill. I'm just saying he's without a doubt more fun to watch. The Saints are in a good spot. They're 5-3 right now, and even without Winston, I think they have a really good shot at making it into the playoffs. Especially if they lose. Even if they lose this game, which I don't really see how they don't. If you're going against a team, you're playing your backup quarterback. The Bills are not the Bills. The Titans are just a better team. The Saints, their schedule for the rest of the season is pretty easy. Of course, you've got the Titans tomorrow, but then Bills and Buccaneers and Cowboys. Those will be tough games. Besides that, Eagles, Jets, Dolphins, Panthers, and Falcons. Those are all games I would 100% expect them to win. The Titans, on the other hand, got to win this one. But you are first in the AFC. I think they'll probably stay there for a minute. You'll get their upcoming games: Texans, Patriots, Jaguars, Steelers, 49ers, Dolphins, and Texans again. That's not... I mostly lose one of those. Anyways, next up is the Lions at the Steelers, and Ben Roethlisberger is out of this game. He's been placed on the COVID slash reserve list, and I think this is the best shot the Lions are going to get if they want to win a football game this year. And I really hope they do it because I really, really like Dan Campbell. I really feel bad for this team. I feel like they're not this bad. They're not even tanking. They're just genuinely not a great football team, not a good football team even. But are they the same caliber that you go 0-17? I really, really hope not. And the Steelers, on the other hand, aren't that good, really. They're 5-3. They've beat a couple good teams. The Browns are good, but the Bills, of course. But the losses to the Raiders, Bengals, and Packers, who all have winning records. But I'm just not convinced with the Steelers, especially without Big Ben. Even if I do think Big Ben is kind of the guy holding them back. Mason Rudolph isn't much better, or better at all, to be honest. Jaguars and Colts is up next. This is a weird one. Not a game I don't think a lot of people are going to be wanting to turn into. I'm going to get up, watch some Jaguars Colts. But I think the Jags have a chance to steal another game, possibly postpone the inevitable firing of Urban Meyer, the incompetent bastard, as he is for maybe another year if they pick up a win here. They'll clinch Urban Meyer's job. The Colts, on the other hand, really desperately need to get back to 500 if they want to stay in a playoff race. Um, right now, they're just looking at trying to contend for a wild card spot. Um, they definitely 3 games behind the division, and I think they've already lost to the Titans twice, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, like that's really 4 games behind almost. That's it's not going to go good for them. They really need to not be dropping winnable games. Buccaneers and the Washington football teams up next. I'm kind of disappointed by the football team. They're similar to the Dolphins, and I thought they were going to be really good, take a step forward this year before the season. But Taylor Heineke has not been the answer at quarterback. He's a fine NFL quarterback, and I'm glad he's found himself a nice spot in the league. But let's hope when Ryan Fitzpatrick gets back, they can, claw something. But they have a pretty tough schedule the rest of the way out. Only 3 or 4 or so games out of 9 that are good, like good matchups. The other 5, I kind of expect them to get blown out. Um, so it's been a rough year for Washington. And going up against the Buccaneers, I think they'll be able to hold the Buccaneers under 30. The Buccaneers' offense in recent weeks um, has been held under 30. Last time they put up more than 30 was 45 on the Dolphins, and of course, I guess they did on the Falcons and the Cowboys week 2, but they haven't put up um, 45 points in more than a month on the team, and I think Washington can hold them under that. The problem is Washington's not going to be able to score, and this is going to be a rough fucking year, so win probably by 10, maybe even 17 points. Browns and Patriots, this is an important game for the Patriots. If they can move to 6-4, 2 games above 500, that would be huge because they're a team who not a lot of people really expected to be good, kind of expected them to be what they were last year. And they're really trying to get one of these, 3 wild card spots. But, they might mess around with the division. I don't think it'll happen, but it's possible. They've got 3 in a row going for them. And they're up against the Browns, who are without a doubt, just a better football team than them. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are both out, though. That's probably their 2 best players offensively, or maybe not 2 best, but definitely they're at least one of their most important. And then his backup is out, so um, the run game might be a bit easier to stop for Bill Belichick. And then it's just going to come down to can Baker Mayfield make plays in the air, and I think he can. I'm going to go with the Browns win. So congrats to the Brownies in advance, as long as I'm not wrong. Falcons and Cowboys up next. Not super excited about this one. I actually think the Falcons might be able to pull off an upset. I don't know what Zeke's status is. I'm gonna check on that real fast. There's not a whole lot. This is weird. I think he's out. I have no clue. It's being weird. There's no definitive answer. But especially with Zeke out, comes down to the Cowboys passing offense, which is good. But can it keep up with Atlanta's, who's really not that good? But Atlanta could turn into a good football team right now. What are they? They're 4-4 at the moment. A win would put them over 500. And then they've got a relatively easy schedule games against the Lions, Panthers, Jaguars, um, Saints even remaining still. Like they could mess around and win 9 or 10 games. Um, and I think they'll just play better football than the Cowboys tomorrow. That's just my gut feeling. Panthers at Cardinals at the 3:05 kickoff spot, Central Time, 4:05 Eastern. I don't know what to say. Panthers kind of mediocre. They'll get Cam. I don't think Cam will play tomorrow. It's kind of hard to bring a quarterback. I doubt they'll bring a quarterback in midweek. Even if Cam used to play there, it's still a new system for him. Obviously, he never played there, under Matt Rule, and so we'll have to learn the system. And the Cardinals have been playing really good football this year, and I don't really see a world where the Panthers can put a stop to that, or even just hope to contain it. Vikings and Chargers should be a really, really fun game. The Vikings are 3-5, but I don't think that's a very good representation of who they are as a team. I think they're a bit better than that. I guess maybe 4-4. That's not even that big a switch though. But the Vikings, I think, could be good. Problem is, relatively tough schedule left to go, and I just don't see a world where they're going to end up making the playoffs. They've lost 2 games in overtime, 3 games in overtime actually. Or no, they won one. Never mind. So yeah, 2 games in overtime. Um, Another by 1 point. Like they're probably like they're 4 plays away from being having lost 2 games, being 6-2. But it's just unfortunate. It's not. I don't think their season's gonna turn around. Chargers are looking really electric. Have definitely a shot to contend in the AFC. And I think this will be actually a really fun game. I think it'll come down to last possession. It's probably going to be a Chargers win. They'll get the field goal to ice it, I'd assume. Up next, we have, if it'll pull up, the Seahawks and Packers. This is the game of the week, kind of. Obviously, I think the Sunday night game is a bit more important, but these are 2 good teams. Russell Wilson coming back. Aaron Rodgers, I'd assume, is coming back. I don't think he's officially been activated as of time of recording, but so these will be 2 good teams. 2 guys coming off, Wilson off of an injury, but I think he'll be good, and a surgery too. And the Packers, Rodgers is coming off of COVID. By all reports, he's been asymptomatic, so I'm assuming he'll be back to his usual self, even if he hasn't practiced in a week and a half. This is a really tough game to predict. These are 2 really good teams. When they have their quarterbacks, I know Seattle's 3-5, which they're lucky to be getting Wilson back now. I thought they were going to have to wait till probably around their bye week, which I guess that was never mind. They did wait till their bye week, but I thought it was later in the year. But I thought he'd be coming back later in the year, and I'm glad they have him back now, and they should be able to mess around, make playoffs. But they are in a very competitive AFC West. This game, though, I'm going to go with the Seahawks win. I think Russell Wilson balls the hell out. And Aaron Rodgers comes out, looks a bit sluggish, kind of. Eagles and Broncos, this is another interesting one. The Eagles are a team I really like to be good next year. No, I lied. They're not going to be good next year. But Broncos could turn into 2 games above 500. And that's with games against really all good teams left. This is their last kind of good, easy win. After that, they've got some really rough games: Chargers, Chiefs, Bengals, Raiders, Chargers, and Chiefs. That's not going to be a fun stretch for them. That's for sure. So this is a win they desperately need if they want to try and glimpse the playoffs this year. But I don't see a world where they get more than 8 wins, even with their pretty decent record right now. I think they can beat the Raiders, Bengals too, probably. But Chargers twice and Chiefs twice. That's going to be 2 losses each. So 4 losses, I guess. Um, that's enough for me. I kind of feel bad for him, but I think they will win this game. They're just kind of better. Eagles should be able to keep it close, but when it comes down to the wire, I think the Broncos just maybe a little bit better. We're gonna go ahead and skip Chiefs and Raiders. I'm gonna have its own individual video on the channel coming out probably about an hour after this one drops on the morning of the 14th. And then the last game, the Monday night game, the best one of the week, Rams and 49ers. This one should be not really that fun. I think the Rams will probably blow them out early. That's going to be it for today. Leave a like, subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at MudBloodCow. Sorry, I just touched my mic on accident. I hate when I do that. It sounds awful on the recording, so it's just that over and over again, and I do it too much. Follow me on Twitter at MudBloodCow or the username Legendary Steve Fan Club. As I said, more videos coming soon. Another one an hour after this one probably, and then we'll see what else happens. That's gonna be it for today, and peace.